through, man. We're gonna give it a little time, let this thing come on up in here and shit like that, man. What's going on? Let me get things situated up in here. Just give me a minute. Come on, get up in here. Try to get y'all cool little view. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica, what's up with you, man? Blessings to the game. Blessings to the game for sure, for sure, for sure. Blessings to the game. Come on, fall up in here. Y'all come on, get up in here. Monique, what's up with you, loved one? What's up with you, baby? Y'all come on, get up in here, man. Let's talk. Let's chop it up for a hot second, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a, gonna take it back and bring it forward like we always do. What's going on with y'all? Give it a few minutes. So I say, well, let's get it. Jamaica, you stupid. So I say, let's get it. Well, come on, but shit, let's get up, get out, and get to it, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, come on up in here. So I say, what's going on with y'all? Y'all come on, slide, get up on up here. We'll give y'all a few minutes. What's happening, loved ones? Extended clips. What's up with you, man? All right now. Blessings to the game as always. As always. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, hey, clips, like I've been saying, man, I'm gonna try to really put a little bit more effort into this thing, man. Try to keep y'all going on with a nice little live at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? Try not to go more than at least 2 weeks and shit like that. And like I know I had said like on the last two lives I was gonna try to really pick like a Thursday. But little bro, what's up with you? Say what's up with you, little bro? All right now? Yeah, so I try to keep, you know what I'm saying, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere up in there. Somewhere, during the middle of the week and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, last Thursday I didn't go up because it was my grandson's birthday and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't of course, I was dealing with him and shit like that, we had a little shindig, whatever, whatnot. And then man, a couple of days ago I had an auntie that passed away and shit like that. So tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, the family gonna start getting together and shit like that, and I can go on for the next shit few days to a week and shit like that. So yeah, man. So I was like, fuck it, man. Let me go ahead and go up and today and shit like that, shit today, and you know what I'm saying, chop it up with some of my loved ones, and we'll discuss a few little things like you know what I'm saying, like y'all see the topic, the transition, man. There's so much shit. I know I ain't gonna be able to cover everything today, just like I wasn't able to cover everything on the money versus respect. Like I say, man, I need to do a part two to that. I am gonna do a part two to it somewhere down the line and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Probably even a celebrity edition. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime and in between time, y'all come on, get up in here. You know what I'm saying? Get some of this game and shit, man. That's fellowship with some of your loved ones and shit like that. Give it another good, cool little minute and shit like that. How everybody doing, man? Everybody okay? Everybody staying cool? You know what I'm saying? California, I know we still drying out a little bit from this unprecedented weather we've been having and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I still can't believe that shit, man. We had a motherfucking tropical storm and earthquake the same day, man. Thank you, Clips. Yeah, 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 man. Shit, yes, it was like it was my mom's oldest sister, man. I only got one auntie left, man, like the youngest out the crew. And she ain't got no kids and shit like that. She raised pretty much all of shit. My little brother J Mill, you know what I'm saying? His birthday, her birthday, they the same day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Both of their asses Aquariuses, and them motherfuckers remind me so much of each other. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So But like I said, my oldest aunt passed away and shit like that. So the family gonna get together and shit. You know, put the service plans together like that, and everything is like that. So, but yeah, man. So, but besides that though, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just you know what I'm saying, just trying to stay focused and shit and slow motion and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it going on and whatever not. But like I say, man, the transition, man. You know what I'm saying? As y'all see with the thumbnail, old way and the new way. Tony motherfucking Davis. What's up with you, loved one? How you doing? As a matter of fact, before I even get started into it, you know what I'm saying? That of course, you know, I got to give a shout out to all the August birthdays and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't got no official holiday in y'all month, but you know, happy birthday to everybody born in August. You know what I'm saying? You Leos and you see you August Virgos, y'all not as bad. Y'all really don't get on my nerves like them September Virgos do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shout out to my oldest daughter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my grandson, young Kobe the P, man, little Pawpaw. He 824. You know what I'm saying? So and then what Denise said, man, I don't know if she gonna get this. She gonna slide in up on the live, but she gonna get it later. But yeah, happy birthday to them hips though. You know what I'm saying? I know she just had a birthday in the past and shit like that, and got a partner named Dutch. He got a birthday they just passed, whatever. Now I know Michael Jackson and all them. So happy birthday to everybody born in August. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to y'all. But yeah, man, like this topic, the transition, man. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Like, because you got to look around you, man. There's a lot of shit that's happening that it's like, damn, this is what it is now. This is what we're doing now. And one of the main things is like, first of all, it's like with the music. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all know, but of course, you know, for the last numerous of years, hip hop has been the number one selling genre of music. Man, this year is the first time that it's been no number one debut hip hop album. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, you got some of the older hip hop heads that's saying, like, you know, yeah, all the music is trash, all the music is trash. Um, then you got some that just saying, like, do record sales and streams and shit like that. And then another thing to point out too that we need to point out too is that they said that this time is the time where it's the most female rappers that uh holding the mark in the game. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of the females. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna see me sliding down the street. You know what I'm saying? Bumping no Nicki Minaj out the Pioneer Kickers. Nah, man. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe Lady of Rage on some dog pound shit. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But no. I'm not gonna be sliding down the 110 or the 405. You know what I'm saying? Bumping no motherfucking Megan Thee Stallion. Nah, bro. That's that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't know as far as that goes. And even with that, but let's just take, like, even with the message of the music though, man. Like the transition of the music, of the message that's within the music nowadays. Um, I remember during the times, man. Like, you had different genres. I mean, you had different styles of hip hop up in the genre of hip hop. Like, you had the De La Souls, Public Enemies, BDP, uh, the Roots. You know, you had more of a conscious, spiritual, Reach My Peoples type of rap. And then you also had the NWA. So I don't want to just say, like, it all may know now just the music is all kill, kill, kill. No, no, no. You know what I'm saying? Even though NWA, but even see, like with NWA, even though that was like the first ones to really break out from the West and really make it happen, like a lot of us from the West, you know what I'm saying, that were around during the times, we remember like Mixmaster Spade, rest in peace, and Toddy T with the Battle Ram, and Little Bo Peep, you know what I'm saying? It's cocaine, not limit heads, and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, but they basically was all, the message in it was still awareness. And it's like, it seems like the more we making this transition over to this murder, 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 kill, kill, kill shit, it just seemed like where is the message is going with the shit at? You dig what I'm saying? Of course, you got, to each his own and everything like that, but even with the music within the streets, let's tie them together, right? Okay, so, and shout out to the Shot, man. Shot Town, man, y'all going through so much shit right now. Like, shout out to the Shot, you know what I'm saying? Both sides, the 5 and the 6, man. But yeah, y'all going through some shit right now. Okay, so let's just take the Shot Town. Let me just take that right quick. And how they pioneered really the drill music. Now I don't know who did it. So I hear some say Bum J, some say this other dude. I think King Louis or something like that. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we know the most well known probably would be Chief and Dirk. So let's just take the the drill music scene, right? So you got all the drill, you got all the shit that's happening, you know what I'm saying? Then you got, Bonding Pass, Inducted Pass. And as of recent times, man, what have you been seeing? You've been seeing a lot of the motherfuckers that was saying there was, a lot of steppers and shit like that. It's a lot of paperwork coming out on motherfuckers. I mean, god damn, man, you got videotape of motherfuckers in the county jail doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. You got motherfuckers, saying, I mean, rest in peace, Vaughn, you know what I'm saying? But even with that shit, but my whole thing is just like the transition of the music, you know what I'm saying? Which is starting to leak into the streets because even with that word snitching, like what is it now? You know what I'm saying? You got some that then did shit when they was minors, 12, 13, 14 years old that and now they in their 30s, whatever not, and music career done prosper a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? And even with that though, you got some saying, well, he shouldn't have snitched. Well, he shouldn't have this. Well, he shouldn't have that. And then you got some that standing on, okay, well, he was young then. He was young then. You know what I'm saying? So even with the word snitching, you know what I'm saying? Now, for me and mine's, just speaking on the like for me and mine's, snitching wasn't no big old thing to try to figure out. It was like you get caught doing the crime, you and your partner, or you and the homies or whatever, and one of y'all all of a sudden, man, look, y'all get caught doing the crime, man, and all of a sudden one of y'all not coming to court when we going to court. One of y'all not in the same county unit that we in. One of y'all is not in the same, like, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, one of y'all, you if you take it to trial, you and your homie take it to trial, then the homie who's snitching on y'all, he gonna have to, show that he's testifying against y'all. That was it, cut and dry, point blank. It wasn't no if this and if that, if this. Now, you did have dry snitching where, you may say something like if a person knows somebody did something and, you may do some pillow talking to say something to a broad, then, you know what I'm saying? Then a broad say something, and, so you kind of like dry snitch, like, you're not saying, oh, I know so-and-so did it, but you saying, you giving hints like, yeah, I think I know who did it. Oh, yeah, oh, yep. I mean, shit, if you really just look, the homie, shit, there's only one of the homies that's capable of doing that. The homie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the homie that's still right the corner in that building. Yeah. So it's like, even with that, you know what I'm saying, with the snitch, and the reason why I'm tying all this together, because you have a lot of music, a lot of the other rappers, you know what I'm saying, that's talking a lot of the street shit, but you got snitch allegations on you. And now it didn't even got so ridiculous with the shit. The transition even go even further, man, to where, god damn, I've never heard about how the fuck did it become so normal to tell on the dead nigga. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, some people say, oh boy, that's from down there, was doing a lot of time and snitched on some dead niggas to get out of jail. And, you got some that's, then you got out here on the West Coast, we got, the Compton situation, you know what I'm saying? We got old boy putting it on his peoples. But my whole thing is just like, even with that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, do we call that, is that snitching? You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, like, now I'd have had a couple of loved ones who then told me personally, man, like, these some close loved ones, some friends, like, hey, man, but if it was that situation and, nigga, you can get out, whatever, woo, then go ahead, nigga, and put it on me. But, and I'm still like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I still stand on, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, man. I do the crime, I get the time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole thing is like, man, if I was to tell it on a dead loved one, you know what I'm saying, to lessen my situation, it's like I still got to come home to the streets to that though, and everybody might not be okay with that, and everybody may not understand, like, you know what I'm saying, well, he told. So, like I say, man, I came up in an era where that just didn't happen. Actually, man, if anything happened with you and the homie got killed, nigga, you was getting charged with the homie murder. You see what I'm saying? A 211 quickly became a 187. You know what I'm saying? So, and it just seemed like the times that we in, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it just seemed like when it comes to that situation, it got so confusing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been checking out a few other lives here and there, man, and and a few lives over the past week and shit like that. That came up on the topic. Naomi, what's up with you, baby? How you doing? That had came up in a couple of topics and shit like that, and what I'm saying, motherfuckers was talking about, this snitching, that ain't snitching, this like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the thing going on in Shot Town, what I'm saying, you got all this paperwork just constantly popping up. You know what I'm saying? This dude, you got one dude with all kind of stories, and he there, he there, he there, he there. You know what I'm saying? You got one dude, you know what I'm saying, who say, oh no, I didn't snitch, but then I did snitch, but I snitched for this, and it's like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? Then of course, you got the situation down in Atlanta with that crew down there. Oh boy, you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is just like the whole transition of what we consider as the street codes. You know what I'm saying? Because to my understanding, I mean, I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm a little slow. I could be wrong. But to my understanding, hip hop was, you could say, art imitating the life of the streets. You dig what I'm saying? Hip hop was the report to let the world know what's going on in the streets, not for the people who live in good and living in the upper middle class. No, 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 no. We talking about the ghetto, all over the city, all over the states. You know what I'm saying? All over the country. So when when you look at what I'm saying, a lot of the well-known artists and the upcoming artists, is like damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that nigga talking all that gangster shit on these records. This nigga got a snitch jacket. Like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? And even in the streets, you know what I'm saying? You got some niggas who just, hey man, they are telling. And it's like where's the solidness at? You dig what I'm saying? And and it's not really just the music in the streets, my nigga. It's like it's just in life and period. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me tap on this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Even with the churches, even with the religions, like, okay, I grew up as Baptist, but it's not just I mean, as a Christian, as a Baptist Christian, but personally, in today's time, um, I can still say that I follow the traditions of the of Southern Baptist Christian religion, but you would never hear me really talk about, for us, like, what I'm saying, well, as a Christian this, and as a Christian you shouldn't that, because I don't speak like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just speak on behalf of the game. You know what I'm saying? And the game is gonna be in tune with all of them. But no, man, it's just not the Christian religion. It's all religions. You know what I'm saying? It's like the transitioning of the times, and I start to put this on the thumbnail too. I forgot, but is it better or worse? You know what I'm saying? Because you seem like the transition that we going from, even within the churches, man. It's like, where is the, you know what I'm saying? Like, even what the preachers is preaching about. Man, check this out, man. What I knew shit was changing when I seen some shit on YouTube and I see some bitches on stages, like motherfucking twerking to a church. And you got this nigga walking back and forth up and down the church, nigga, with some gym shoes on and some tight ass jeans and a motherfucking Letterman sweatshirt type shit. I'm like, we're in an era like understanding the figure, seeking understanding culture generation, but for sure, real talk, Jay. And I'm looking at this shit and I'm just like, who the fuck is okay? And we're talking about at auditoriums and arena, and then even look at the denominations of the people who even consider themselves up under religion nowadays. It's like nowadays, man, it is more atheists and agnostic people than ever before. You dig what I'm saying? And like I said, even within the churches, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the preachers is like, like I heard somebody else say, it seemed like the preachers is not preaching about sin no more. Like, what's wrong and the consequences of doing wrong. It seemed like the transition has become, man, in the words of Simple, man, M&M's, money and members. You dig what I'm saying? Especially with the Sebastians and, you know what I'm saying, and the Clarences all on the motherfucking tamarines and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And everything is okay. But that's what I'm looking at. And I'm just like, okay, I understand, said the church, maybe they trying to, get in tune more with the youth. But I don't think this is the right way. You know what I'm saying? So and it's starting to be more common You understand what I'm saying? Like I say, man, it's more atheists and agnostics nowadays than it is before. You have a lot of people. I mean, I know a few people that grew up under the Catholic religion, and now they consider themselves non-religion. You know what I'm saying? It's the transition in other times. You know what I'm saying? Like that the scripture says, redeem the times for the days is evil, because we are making the transition into a time, man, where not to get too spiritual on y'all, but we are making the transition in a time, man, where it's a whole nother realm that's starting to make its existence known. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look around you, man. Like, look at the times that we in. God damn, we in unprecedented weather. Man, we didn't had tornadoes and hurricanes on the west. Right now, the southeast is going through a hurricane that might double back, and then they got another one that's coming in. So they looking at going through 3 hurricanes, possibly within the next few weeks. Who the fuck ever heard of that shit? Look at, okay, god damn, man. What I'm about to say, this shit just blew my mind before I can even say it. Let's take it over. Let's take it over to the politics, and I'm gonna just say this, right? Let's move Batman Trump out the way, because we already know what's crazy going on with Batman Trump. Let's move Batman Trump out to the side, and let's talk about his boy Robin Giuliani, right? So, because y'all know he then got indicted too, right? So check this out, man. Odie the Brody, what's up with your loved one? Good looking out. Good looking out coming through. Check this out, man. God damn. It is ironic that, okay, first of all, Robin Giuliani, one of the main things, of course, we all know that he's known for is going down to the basement and dusting off the book Puerto Rico, right? In New York during the 80s, and really attacking the Italian mafia, Puerto Rico Act, right? And I was thinking, man, I'm like, damn, it sure is ironic that the motherfucker who really brought the RICO Act back to life in the United States is now getting indicted on one. Like, man, like the transition of times that we're going through, is it better or worse? You know what I'm saying? Because also, okay, let me show some love, because also you have, I think it's more. I've seen more black conservatives speak up on the behalf of Trump now than I ever have before. You know what I'm saying? I think for the majority, most blacks, we was grown, we was raised up under the Democrat spell, whatever, whatnot. And I just think even with that, that's a transition time that we're going through with just the thinking of a political mind of a black people. You know what I'm saying? It's, it is more now, I would say, conservatives, Republican blacks than ever before. Man, I know a few personal of them. You know what I'm saying? And when I first started hearing them speak up on that shit, I was a little, you know what I'm saying, a little sideways with it, like nigga, what? But they taught me how, man, look at the situation. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me just side note this right quick. I was with two of my loved ones the other day, and they got into a debate. And one of my loved ones said, as black people, we always voted for Democrat. He was like, man, but what has Biden done for your people? And my other loved one says, well, how could, because the loved one I had mentioned about, what has Biden done for our people, out the gate, he was like, I fuck with Trump. Like, I'm a Trump supporter. The other one was more like, well, man, fuck Trump. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, he let that shit happen on January 6th. You lied against the oath. And they're sitting up here and they're having two different debates. You got one that's feel like, uh, what kind of president is you? You protected the oath. You took the oath, and you were supposed to protect America. This and that, this and that. And my partner was debating. The other partner was basically saying, like, yeah, but what the fuck that got to do with us though? So what? Them people stormed the Capitol. So what? He did this. He did that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, and then you getting all emotional with the shit because you talking about you mad at the boy because the boy talking about grabbing by the pussy, and you want to talk about, oh man, I wish she would do some shit like that to my mom. Wait, hold on, nigga. Mom ain't even got nothing to do with this. Like, why would you even say something like that? You know what I'm saying? You got to think with a political mind and not an emotional heart. So, as they was kind of like going back and forth with the shit, you know what I'm saying? I basically just kind of like stood in the neutral with the shit, because my whole thing, was like, I don't really fuck with either one of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the thought of the transitional thought of just our people in general, older, younger. You dig what I'm saying? And it just seems like uh uh, uh some things are better and some things are worse. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So when I say the transition, it's like you got to look at the times for how shit was in the '80s, those who was around, and shit was in the '90s, and then shit to the early 2000s. Even with the music, the messages in the music, the productivity of the music, the quality of the music, and everything. How it went from, it seemed like it went from the rappers rapping about what the streets do now to the streets is doing what the rappers say. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and that is a transition that we're going through that, man, we need to really pay attention to. You dig what I'm saying? Like, for Dr. King, most blacks were Republican back in the day. Kennedy and FBG changed that. And you're right, Jigga, on some, yeah, you're right, 1017, real talk. Real talk. That's why I say, and hey, 1017, that's why I say nowadays is more black conservatives and Republicans is speaking out. They starting to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they've been in the woodworks all the time, they've been in the closet, up under the bed, or whatever. But I'm looking around and I'm just saying, I mean, I'm talking about people, man. I've been on since I was a kid. Like my mom friends and shit like that. They done switched over from being a Democrat over to this Republican shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, even with, look, man, check this out. Even with our presidents, the transition that we still kind of like going through ever since Obama was up in there. So you got the first African American, and then right after Obama, we make a transition right to the first a politician president. Cause Trump kicked in the door saying, I'm not no politician. I'm not no politician. I'm not no politician. And now he going through the shit that he going through, which is another transitional times that we're going through, where we never ever had a former president going through the shit that we're going through now. Okay, Ben, then we're going through the transitional shit where we dealing with Biden. You know what I'm saying? With Sleepy Joe. And so I don't ever, anything that was going on with the president's family before, back in the days, like, we really knew about, unless of course, Jackie Kennedy and Michelle, the White House, whatever, not, and a few of their kids here and there, probably Chelsea with the Clintons. But man, I've never ever remembering no president having a son that's a motherfucking dope fiend. Like, I mean, like all out dope fiend, like you know what I'm saying, on camera, on Instagram, and all kind of shit, nigga, cutting up crack and smoking that nigga with two hoes. And I'm just like, damn, man, are these the times that we in right now? And I know the transition is shit to really, really, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get up off of this, you know what I'm saying? But I just really just want to just tap on this. Really, really, the transition started back with Reagan when he came through and the Contra and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And everything that was going on down there with the guerrilla warfare and all that other shit that transferred that yee-yayo to come up over here, you know what I'm saying? And just fuck everything up. So that's really what it's, and we really still going through the changes and the effects from that. I mean, even further back than that. But even with, god damn, that's crazy. Even with the motherfucking drugs. God damn, man. Even with the drugs nowadays, look at the transition that we going through with the drugs, man. It went from a party drug, party favors. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the Thizzle era, you know what I'm saying? The hyphy movement and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then of course, you always had the Mickeys and the Visines and the, you know what I'm saying, the drop drink and all that other shit. But I'm just talking about like as the drugs, right? Then of course, you got your needles, but nigga, look at this shit, this it now. That it now, man, that shit is killing motherfuckers everywhere. Uh, Good question. I guess so. I mean, that's a good question, J Mill, for real talk. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm values, okay? Just to answer your question, bro, I'm gonna stick to my values, man. And you already know, you know what I'm saying? Because man, J Mill, you already know, little bro, like, man, we done went through, You already know the transition. Everything that I pretty much just spoke up on, man. You know, like you pretty much just seen there. Like, you know, we know niggas who done got snitched on by loved ones. We know, and we know due to the fact of the loved one who the loved one knew that, man, niggas really had to just take that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, yeah, Biden gave away free crack pipes. Okay, even with that, I know y'all. Okay, we gonna fuck with it because I see y'all want us to do it. Okay, even with the boy, like I say, transitional time, the old way to the new way. We have a president that's in office right now, my nigga, whose son is a bona fide crackhead. We have an ex-president that's going through, I don't know how many indictments. I done lost. I don't know how many accounts. But more than that, that's not even that. That's it. It is important. But just as important, his sidekick is the motherfucker that introduced the Rico to the world and is now getting hit with the same thing. Because some people may call that karma or whatever the case. But even with the karma, it's just the transitional times that we're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just even with the politics, and like I say, Biden with his son. Okay, but let's even even back more with Sleepy Joe. Like, let me just say, like I say, like my loved ones were saying, what has he done for us? It seems like everything the boy has done for as him as being in politics has really been against us. You get caught with a nickel, you get at least 5 years. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, old boy from the valley, he can get caught with a half a bird and get 3 years, maybe 2 years or some change and a nice little parole. You know what I'm saying? Are we here in California? Because I don't know if we was the first, but I know we definitely was one of the first to really to activate the 3 strikes law shit. Once again, that's your boy. So as my partner who was basically saying, like, why is as black people, why is we still blinded by the fact that Democrats, you know what I'm saying, that we're under the spell that they doing for us, that they fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Obama was cool, whatever the case gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Even with that, you got some who stand on one side, some stand on the other side. Okay, cool. But so my whole point was, like I say, just as the thought, even, and like I say, me and my loved ones, like, we ain't no, you know what I'm saying, no 4 year college graduates and like that. Like, we some street niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas done times, niggas, you know what I'm saying? But we always knew how to read. We always knew how to pay attention to what was going on around us. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, like I say, even with my partner, the one who's kind of like, well, you know what Trump did this and Trump did that. And it's like, still though, my nigga, like, but that had nothing to do with us. So as like I say, just as the transitional time thinking amongst niggas of all levels. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, I know a few street niggas, you know what I'm saying? I know we all know some street niggas who got some intelligence. You know what I'm saying? It just, shit happens, man. You dig what I'm saying? But those of us who still been around and lived long enough and went strong enough, that's still here and capable and able, we are, we know how to go about things. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, y'all know friends like that too. So, but like I say, man, even with life, man, like, look, man, like, sometimes you may be going through a transition. I mean, the transition. Okay, bam. Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this, because I know this gonna rub. This gonna touch a little bit, right? So I'm looking at this motherfucker. I forgot what it was, man, but it's one of these little YouTube live shit, right? And somebody asked, you know what I'm saying? So you got a woman up on there who, now she's a woman, you know what I'm saying? XY chromosome, but she stand on femininity, like, just to the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hate men. She's with the, she's with the alphabet committee and all that, right? So somebody asked her, a heterosexual woman asked her, said, in your mind, she said, to you, what is a woman? And when old girl sat there and couldn't answer that question, blew my motherfucking mind, Jack. Blew my motherfucking mind. I'm like, bitch, if you didn't know nothing else, you couldn't have said me? It's like, damn, it's like, that's the times that we're in now, man, where even you, okay, look, man, check this out. To each his own, okay? Whatever Them people got going on. The people got going on. But this is where the problem will come in, and that's why I heard from somewhere else too. Like transition. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's bring that over into the sports. You got men born genetically that was born genetic as a man that'll make the transition over to a woman. So they're involved with women sports. And it's just like genetically, how is that even y'all okay with that? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see too many women that was, born genetically as women that's making the transition to be men. I don't see them playing in the NBA. I don't see them playing in NFL and shit like that. So, okay, making the transformation is one thing, but how is it that y'all is okay and this shit? My whole thing been like, man, why they just don't make a league for them? Yeah. I don't know why whoever I heard that from, I forgot where I heard that from. But yeah, my thing say I agree with that. Why they just don't make a league for them by themselves? That way they can all play together. They can all do their thing together. They can all have fun together. And they can, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gotta worry about, genetically going against this, you know what I'm saying? Those who was women that make the transition over to men, give them a league. Those who was men that made the transition over to women, give them a league. And everything be cool. You dig what I'm saying? Everything be cool. So yeah, man, it's like and even like I said, man, back to like life and the streets and loved ones and friends, man. Like sometimes, you have to first of all, you have to recognize and understand when you're going through the transition. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a scientific proof that every 5 years our minds reset. It's like it takes on to a new level. Exactly, man. They need to lead on that league of their own. It takes on a new level. So first of all, you have to understand when you're going through the transition, and then once you understand when you're going through the transition that you're going through, realize who's around you and who's with you while you're going through the transition. You dig what I'm saying? See, sometimes the transition can be bad. Sometimes your transition can be good. And when you're going through a good transition, let's just say relationship wise, boy meet girl, and everything going cool, whatever not. So, um, the girl may be coming from a situation where the last relationship that she had didn't really go too well. You know what I'm saying? She found out some things later on about Jack, and she wasn't too cool. So she's a little hesitant. She got the defense wall. She's a little hesitant hooking up with this new dude, but the new dude, she is what he's been looking for all this time. He don't have no crazy pet. We ain't talking like, just no bum nigga. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about the average Joe, man. Cool job, street nigga, whether it be affiliated or not. He wise to the streets, but he also, know what I'm saying, know how to make his way around the office, know how to make his way around the warehouse, know how to change the tire, etc., etc. And sometimes the woman, she's ready to make that. Sometimes the girl could be ready to make that movement and start that transition in her life where she's going to go into better things and be really love her and be with somebody who's going to really care for her and be with somebody who's going to really make sure that her is being taken care of. But she can have some people around her that constantly remind her of what she's been through, opposed to helping her and giving her courage of what she could be start to go through. Gonna be some bad things, times, this and that. But this is a good transition life, you know what I'm saying, that you're going through, baby, far as a relationship wise, to be with somebody who can better you. You know what I'm saying? And that also goes with the game. Come on, man. That goes with the game too. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? You got some bitches who come from a decent situation, but it was just a situation, and there wasn't no game being provided there. It wasn't no all around teachers being provided there. It was just a good situation. So once the situation came to an end, when it was time to her for the game to bring her to the next, like they say, the new levels, new devils, the game was ready to make her to the transition to get with some folks. Okay, now she up under some Israel snatchy. What's up with you, loved one? You know what I'm saying? To give us some Islam, to give us some folks, to get with a gentleman of leisure. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she can be still so affected by the situation. You dig what I'm saying? So she looking at folks in front of her like, well, your situation ain't really like Joe Blow's was and so. But yeah, but so and so, he's some real more of it though. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you have to understand when you're making the transition, when you're going through the transition, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is in life, you know what I'm saying, going from a bad to good, we're talking from making the transition from bad to good, man. You got to know where, sometimes while you're making that transition, it's a lot of things you got to leave behind you, baby. It's a lot of friends behind that you got to leave behind you because they can't see. They mind don't see that far. Like, you know, and in a lot of cases, it be jealousy. Yeah, be a lot of jealousy. Yeah, man, a lot of you women, you know, y'all got friends. You know what I'm saying? They stuck with that nigga who they can't build. What's up with your loved one? They stuck with, you know what I'm saying, they situation with the old boy and this and that and multiple baby daddies or whatever the case gonna be or abusive, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So they see you, you know, you done caught a new apple in your eye and shit. You know what I'm saying? You done caught a new, you got you know what I'm saying, a new friend in your life. You know, so you got your new little something in your life. In other words, baby, you about to make a transition on to something better. You know what I'm saying? Because hey man, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, man. It's only male and female. That's it, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? To each his own, to whatever, the same sex, whatever thing. Okay, cool. But even with that, it's still everybody is here to be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And in order to go from point A all the way down to the Z to the end of it, you have to make that transition with that person. And sometimes when you're making that transition with that person onto the better, you have to let some of the bad things go behind you. Hey man, that could even be with the job. You could be making the transition from one gig to the next gig. And the first gig that you had, yeah, it was convenient. Yeah, especially if you live in California. Yeah, it was convenient. Gas hot in the motherfucker, milk hot in the motherfucker, chicken hot in the motherfucker, everything hot in the motherfucker, everything hot in the motherfucker but the price of pussy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But now you finna make this transition, so you may have to travel a little bit further. So therefore, by you traveling a little bit further, you may not be able to hang out with your friends that much like that. You may not be able to kick it with your cousins that much like that. You may not be on the motherfucking Instagram gossiping and all that shit that much like that because before, bitch, you went to bed at this time, but now you got to go to bed a little bit earlier because you got to get up a little bit earlier because you got to fight this traffic to get to where you're going. Why? Because it's a part of your transition from bad to good. And when you're making that transition, sometimes, man, when you're making the transition from bad to good, sometimes you got to leave some family members alone. Exactly. Exactly. All sacrifice. Yeah, no, said yeah, you can't have no success without no sacrifice. You know what? Matter of fact, even if you do, okay, let's just say if you're born into success, but you never really learned how to sacrifice. You never really learned accountability. You never really learned responsibility. You never really learned how to, you know what I'm saying, when times is tough, how to get rough with it. If you don't know them boundaries and them fundamentals, eventually that success that you had is gonna fail. And then you're gonna sacrifice all the success that you had. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so on the reverse mode of that, yeah, from the ground up, you know what I'm saying? That's why even when it come with the game, man, Denise, what's up, you love one? Okay, them hips, there them hips go. I gave you a shout out earlier today, baby. You know what I'm saying? I said, of course, you know, I gave it a shout out to all the August, but I gave you a special shout out too, baby. So you're gonna have to catch it on the replay. But happy belated birthday to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Denise, you know what I'm saying? All bullshit aside, though, you got to stop playing, man. It's about that time that you put them hips on the city to city tour. Yeah. I think it's about that time you put them hips on the city to city tour. You know what I'm saying? Sold out shows everywhere around this motherfucker, right? Like for real though, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, everybody, yeah, for real though. Yeah. Everybody give Denise happy birthday. Yeah, for real though. Everybody take the time out and wish Denise big head, big thick thigh, hipster ass happy birthday though. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely, yeah, Denise is definitely one of the loved ones. Baby been around for a minute, you know what I'm saying? She being selfish with them hips. She only letting them local. Where you at? New Jersey? I think she said she in New Jersey. Yeah, only them New Jersey niggas get to see them hips though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on over here to the West. You know what I'm saying? Go to slide through the Midwest, take a trip down south, come on up through the middle of the country and no, come on out here west, man. But put them hips on the city to city tour. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, happy birthday, Denise. Like I said before, happy birthday to everybody that was born in August and everything, you know what I'm saying? But back to this game though that we never left. But yeah, man, when you going through that making that transition from bad to good, please I'll be in chat. Okay, and that's my birthday in October. So yeah, I'll be right around good time. As a matter of fact, me and little bro supposed to be coming down southbound When we going down there, Nino? Was like November, yeah, because it's gonna be around both our Ace Boom birthday and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Our homie Big Duke, rest in peace. That's both our loved one. His birthday in November. But yeah, so Denise, you come on out here to the West in October. You dig what I'm saying? And then towards the holiday season, a little bit closer towards the holiday season, we'll, everybody meet up down there in the South. You know what I'm saying? We'll be around that motherfucker. Hope we ain't no hurricanes coming through that motherfucker, man. We ain't really used to that out here. Now, the little tropical storm we had, that was one thing, but shit, man, down there, they got them real hurricanes down there. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so, like I say, man, the transition, man, old way, new way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to let some of the old ways go and make the transition and adapt some of the new ways because it's a part of the learning. You got to realize what you knew in the first grade, you didn't know that, what I'm saying, by the time you got to the fifth grade. You know what I'm saying? You knew that in the first grade because you was in the first grade. So what you knew then, what I'm saying, by the time you got to the fifth grade, now you know what you the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a part of the learning. And sometimes when you're going through the transition, man, sometimes you got to let some things go. It could be a bad relationship. It could be a family member. It could be friends. It could be old ways. Yeah, it could just be old ways. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever you make it, but recognize, like I say, man, recognize when you're going through the transition because if you got this game, man, and please get this game with you, man, because you're gonna be able to see it around you. You know what I'm saying? Through your ups, through your downs, because through your ups and your downs, you're gonna see who's really there for you or not. You know what I'm saying? Like even me myself, man, I'd have been through a few transitions in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And all my loved ones, like good or bad, up or down, holeless and doleless, some cases homeless. Um, I never changed. I always stayed me. You dig what I'm saying? In jail, on the streets, I always stayed me. You dig what I'm saying? And that's one of the things, like I say, like on the other message, I said money and respect. That's part of the respect that comes with it. And it's vice versa with my loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a few loved ones where we used to hang out day in and night out, day in and night out. We sliding, we doing this, we hanging, we fucking with bitches. And at the time in LA, well, across the whole country, you at the party line, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, P used to speak up on the party line all the time, man. Yeah, let me back that up too for a second, man. Yeah, the party line used to go. You dig what I'm saying? Sacrifice everything that's hindering your success. Exactly, real talk, man. The party line used to motherfucking go, man. You know what I'm saying? We had the LA Rave, the LA Loop, so we doing all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Even then, Crenshaw used to jump on Sunday nights. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even Saturday nights. It ain't even popping no more and shit like that. So we went from, I'm talking about, hold on one second. I'm talking about niggas is spending the night at each other's house during the week because we out hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And still getting up and going to school the next day. Still doing this and doing that. But it comes a period in time where we had to make that transition. We had to grow up. We had to unlock new levels and new game in our mind. Like I say, man, I just said it 1,000 times before. So let me say it 1,001 more, man. The game been saving me all my life before I even knew it. So yeah. So let me just say that part. But yeah, sometimes we have to make these transitions. We got some loved ones who their transition wasn't so good. Maybe they got involved with a female, or some of my homegirls got involved with a dude that wasn't the person for them to be with. Excuse me. That wasn't the person for them to be with. And by them dealing with that person and going through the transition that they was going through with that person, man, shit went all downhill. I got loved ones, man, who went through their little trip and just got out of touch with us. Like just out of touch with us. You know what I'm saying? Then went way out yonder. You know what I'm saying? Because and it ain't the fact that they moved away from LA. My bad. It ain't the fact that they moved away from LA. It's just the fact that they going through the transitional part of their life that they was going through that caused them to, not necessarily just move away from LA, but stay away from LA. But staying away from LA is one thing. But man, when you going through a transition, when you going through something with your life like that, and you stay away from your peoples, then that usually not a good turnout, because that means you're going through a transition in your life where you ashamed of. And I got some loved ones who, I'm pretty sure they're ashamed of some of the shit that they went through and all this and that. And even through that, man, we tell them, like, look, my nigga, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? We still love you, this etc. Man, just stay in touch, stay in touch, stay in touch. And, we be noticing that the only time when we really hear from them is when it's all bad with the situation that they in. When they're going through that transition that they done went through. You dig what I'm saying? So you could basically say, they transition, like I say, it can be from good to bad, but this one right here is from bad to good. I mean, from good to bad, because when you on this side with us, like, man, each one teach one. That's the model we grew up with. Yeah, each one teach one. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like in the schools that had No Child Left Behind, we had each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? If I know how to sell dope, you know how to sell dope. If I know how to steal cars, you know how to steal cars. If I know how to clean burners, you know how to clean. You know what I'm saying? I know how to. If I know how to lay this carpet down, you know how to lay this carpet down. If I know how to lay this wiring down, you know how to lay this wiring down. If I know how to put these security cameras up, you know how to put these security cameras up. We always had each one teach one as we went through different transitions in our life. Like I say, some of us went to jail. Some of us had kids. Some of us even passed away. And that's a transition that some of us going through that we'll never get over. You know what I'm saying? Like my ace boom, rest in peace. I look at the transition that my godchildren is going through. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pretty deep. It's nice. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Quanny Mac, that's my loved one, and Kiki, I call her Tamale. You know what I'm saying? Tamale, that's my loved one too. And they actually doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But since my ace boom been gone, since my ace boom been gone, but they mama's a hell of a motherfucker too. Yeah, shout out to Sparkle. You know what I'm saying? Big Trouble Oak, Southside Portray. She's a hell of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because she done went through transitions in her life where my ace boom was there and able to guide her through certain things and shit like that, just off the fact that, I'm a man, so I can see it, but I'm gonna see the situation different than you. You're gonna see the situation from an emotional point of view. I'm gonna show you how to see the situation from a logic point of view. And this is the transition, baby, that you have to understand from your mama's way of thinking that you was taught to being up under your man and up under his guidance and my intelligence and the way that I'm thinking, because I don't think like you. See what I'm saying? And so that's another transition that some, you know what I'm saying, some of you women, you gotta be okay with letting that shit go. You know what I'm saying? The way that your mama was taught you how to think, and your aunties and all that old shit, and especially if you come from a hell of an environment and a situation where none of the aunties is married, grandmama never got married. You know what I'm saying? Your mama never really got married. Then the nigga she did marry, that the marriage only lasts for 4 years. Like shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to, when you making the transition and you getting up under a man who can really be there and stand, you know what I'm saying, and guide you way through all kind of situations, because you can go up and down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have situations with the coworkers, homegirls, all that shit that's gonna have a woman way of thinking, just, straight emotions, straight feelings. And sometimes, man, when people we act out of emotions, it's usually a never good ending. So yeah, so if you got a man that's, you know what I'm saying, that you involved with, you got a man that you friends with, you got a man that you might be his wife, you might be his fiance, shit, you might be his gang, you his hoe, you know what I'm saying? And especially if you his hoe, man, then let me stay right here for a second, especially if you his hoe. You dig what I'm saying? And his situation that may not be as good as the past situation that you was with. But I want you to think for a second, bitch. What if you didn't learn nothing to make you a better person, to make you a better woman, to give you a better way of thinking, to help you think outside of the box? Because that's definitely one of the things we like to teach. If you didn't learn that from the past situations, and you're getting that game, you're getting that information, you're getting them teachings from the situation that you're in now, stay with that man and give it some time. You know what I'm saying? If he a nigga that he not no dope fiend, he ain't no alcoholic, he ain't no I hate my mama ass nigga, he ain't no fuck my sisters, they ain't shit ass nigga. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, all bitches ain't shit, nigga. If you see, you know what I'm saying, he got a relationship with his sister, he got a relationship with his mama. You know what I'm saying? he got a relationship. If he affiliated or if he just a nigga, you know what I'm saying, who's from the streets, you see he got female friends. Basically, in other words, he get along with women, and he's you like him. He's cool, he's straight, but he's just like, damn, his car not fresh as the other one. I was with so and so, and it was 6 of us in that nice big old house, but I'm up over here, it's just me, him, and her, and we in this little apartment. But so the situation not as good as the other. Yeah, that's just the transition that you're going through, but it's gonna get greater later. You dig what I'm saying? Because once again, like we say, man, it's not about the materialistic shit. You know what I'm saying? It's about the information. It's about to know better, to go about it better. Like they say, oh man, if you knew better, you do better. It's okay. Well, we know better because we've been told and show better, so we go about it better. And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So whether if you're in the game, whether if you're in a relationship, whether if you're in a situation, you know what I'm saying, and you're going through that transition right now, period in your life, and you're a little hesitant about going forward with it because you concerned about who around you, what they say, what family members may say, or friends may say. No, man, fuck all that shit. Yeah, for real though. Yeah, fuck all that shit, man. And go and make that move, make that choice. You know what I'm saying? Make that transition so you know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way that you're gonna grow. Like I say, man, I got a saying that I always say: as time goes, your mind grows. And the only way that your mind gonna grow is you're gonna go through transitions. Like we've been saying in the chat, sacrifice brings success. You dig what I'm saying? And sometimes your people, your loved ones around you, they're not gonna understand that. It's gonna be a very few that understand that, especially with you women. Because a lot of you women, y'all grow up first, when when y'all in junior high and high school, it's the juicy fruit crew. You know what I'm saying? You got cherry, you got strawberry, you got lady grape, you got peaches, you got tangerine. No, you got just the whole juicy fruit crew. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then by the time y'all get out of high school, it's just, really just, what I'm saying, tangerine, lady grape, and cherry kicking it. You dig what I'm saying? As you get older, y'all circle gets smaller. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all start going through the transitions in life, and some made the transition for the better and had to leave some behind. Some y'all made the transition that had put y'all in different directions. Some wifed up and moved out of state. Some got a better job, moved out of state. Some got in the game, got cross country with it. Whatever it is, or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? You always going through transitions in your life where you're gonna have to leave some things, some ways, some habits, some people, some loved ones, some friends behind. If they're not willing to be on your side as you go through your transitions. Because you ain't got to leave everybody. Everybody gonna be like that. You're gonna have some loved ones that's gonna be there. And those who see you go through your transition and they see your happiness and they see that, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, that bitch really better. They'll say, well, I can dig that. They have no problems letting you know. They have no problems letting you know. I done told plenty of my friends in the game and out the game, you deserve it, bro. My nigga, I seen you go from here to this. You deserve it, bro. My nigga, I seen you go from that to this. You deserve it, bro. Because I've been there and I stuck with them through the transition. Same thing with me. As I went through my transitions, I have loved ones that tell me like, man, no matter, man, I just seen you go through some shit, P. I done seen you go through this, go through that. Nigga, you died, came back. Nigga, you put a Tupac on us, all kind of shit, nigga. And you never changed. You know what I'm saying? Which ties in, like I said on the last few messages, the respect. But the respect is going to, if the respect is there, it's going to be with you through the whole transition. And once you go through your transition, and you make it to the other end of your transition, and you realize you in a good space, like we say, you in a good space. Your temperature's on comfortability. Everything is cool. Learn how to enjoy it. See, that's another thing. Learn how to enjoy the success of the transition. And if you're making a transition where you slipping back, because yeah, man, sometimes we're gonna go 10 steps backwards to gain 2 steps forward. Sometimes it's gonna be like that, man. Everybody roller coaster ain't the same. Some people train go up and down, some people train go in circles, whatever the case gonna be. But if you're a part of that transition where, especially if you aware and you know you done went from, because see, sometimes Like they say, you won't know what you got until it's gone. Sometimes we'll leave a good situation and put ourselves and force ourselves through a transition to some bullshit just because we felt like the situation that we was in, it wasn't A1. No. It wasn't A1. It was like a C minus, maybe B plus, but no, it wasn't A1. And then we done fucked around and put ourselves in the transition and we done went backwards. But if you got the wherewithal and if you got the awareness and if you got the intelligence and you got the knowledge and you got the understanding that, hey, man, I'm fucking up. I'm slipping. I'm going, man, I'm transitioning backwards. I need to go forward. Man, make that motherfucking move. You know what I'm saying? Yes, leave that shit alone that you fucking with. Leave that, man. If you're dealing with a bad broad, that's bad for your health. You dealing with a broad that's bad for your freedom. You dealing with a broad that's bad for your safety. Man, leave that bitch alone. And that's in the game and out the game, especially out the game. Because in the game, niggas just gonna niggas gonna do whatever, man. It is, you know what I'm saying? You can't nowadays you can't tell, like, that's why, man, some of the more experienced P's and Max, man, we really a little hesitant on giving game to some of the younger upcoming P's and Max and shit because sometimes that shit just be just too outrageous. You dig what I'm saying? Even with that, even with the music, man, it's like the transition, even with as far as like as the pimp music goes, a lot of that shit is just like, damn, my nigga, like that's all you got to say. But anyway, but like I say, man, if you're making that transition, flash forward, what's up with your loved one, and if you're making that transition back into a situation that you know you shouldn't be in, you're dealing with a person that you know you shouldn't be in. You know what I'm saying? You might even got some business going on with a family member, a loved one, a homeboy, or something like that, and you know this ain't gonna work. You know the partnership is gonna cause a discourage. It's called a discord between your friendship. Then you need to let it go, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a broad that's from back in the day, you're dealing with a broad that was from the past. Cause I understand, man. Look, fellas, I understand, man. Sometimes we just come across some bitches that's just fun to fuck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the bitch is just fun to fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? The bitch ain't shit, man. You know, enjoy both successful as the learner. Exactly, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Some bitches, some bitches just like, they just fun to fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? But the bitch ain't shit though, man. Like, the bitch stay in enemy territory and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Every time you go there, you know what I'm saying? Uncles and brothers and shit, niggas be looking at you crazy and shit like that. And, the bitch just, every time you turn around, she fucking with some nigga. Then next week, she not, but damn, man, the bitch is fun to fuck. Yeah, sometimes it be like that, man. But even on those situations, man, let that shit go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've been in the game, and because sometimes one thing about this game, man, that it's gonna test you. Yeah, like for real, man. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, this game, my bad. Yeah, this game is gonna test you for sure. And one thing this game will test you about is are you really cut out? Are you really made for this shit? You know what I'm saying? See, one thing about the game, when you make a transition into the game and you coming from the other side, so you say, you might have been a little young fly nigga in high school, you know what I'm saying, coming up to your early 20s, whatever the case could be, always been a little young hustler. No, always, you know what I'm saying, had shit situated for you, and you always had an understanding, you know what I'm saying, you always one good thing always to be raised around women, and another good thing always been a good manager of money. So bam, so you start to transition over into the game. It's a lot of things that we go through, and there's a lot of things that we do that when we look back further, if we make it that down the line and wise enough to even look back and say, yeah, man, I was green back then. Yeah, I was, yeah, I didn't know back then. All that is a part of the transition. Like I said before, when you first come into the game, you still in touch with a lot of the females that you was fucking with, that you was dealing with that before you got to the game. It's a lot of bitches that you maybe used to fuck with her cousin. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, the pimpin' ain't gonna let you feel ashamed about nigga getting her cousin and sending her, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a whole totally different operation. Opposed to before, like you wouldn't even really trip with your girl cousin, cause no, that's your girl cousin, you know what I'm saying? But as you get into the game and you get this ism going up in you, the game is gonna test you and shit like that. You may even got a bitch, man, that your brother used to fuck with, your uncle used to fuck with, or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? And the game put her in a position to be a blessing to you, my nigga, for you to send her. You dig what I'm saying? All that is a part of the transition. You know what I'm saying? And then even our ways, some of our ways have to make the transition with us. Some of our ways even uh come with us. Opposed to, like I said before, if you was a solid nigga before, if you was a, you know what I'm saying, you don't have no snitch jacket. You don't have no busted situation going on about you, my nigga. Like, everybody who knows you, who fuck with you, whether if there's in juvenile hall, the county, the streets, co-worker, whatever, but anybody who knew you, like, yeah, dude is a solid nigga, he was a solid nigga. Okay, but that's gonna make the transition with you over to the game. Nigga, if you was a buster and if you was a mark, then you just a mark and a buster nigga with 5 hoes. You know what I'm saying? As you made the transition from the square shit over to the game, nigga, you still a buster. You know what I'm saying? And some of you ladies, y'all fucking with niggas, y'all know niggas is busters. Y'all know that you know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, one thing, once a bitch be around you, man, like, of course, it's a little bit different from boy meets girl. Cause you got the boy meets girl, and then you got that, oh, I'm not with nobody, but I'm talking to somebody. That that part. Okay, well, in the game it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you know what I'm saying? Pimp me hoe. Ho say she hoeing, pimp say he pimping. Okay, let's see. Then once you get over that, then you have a better understanding of where she come from, how she was raised, and she has a better understanding about you. Maybe she know the nickname that the hood call you opposed to your P name. You know what I'm saying? As time go a little bit longer, she probably know meet your sisters. As time get a little bit, might even meet moms. You know what I'm saying? Meet some of your homeboys that's not in the game. Like, yeah, this the homie so and so. Oh yeah, this my cousin so and so. Shit like that. Like, as time goes on, you know what I'm saying? The bitch be with you, as y'all going through that first transitional part from pimp meet hoe, she's gonna understand all these things. You know what I'm saying? Also, she's gonna see the type of characteristics that the nigga that she got, that she's fucking with, what type of characteristics that he got. Because she gonna see how he interact with his homeboys, how he interact with his mama, how he interact with his friends and family. You know what I'm saying? She gonna see if it's some punk shit. She gonna see if it's some solid shit. She gonna see it's like, okay, every time he go around his nieces and nephews and all them, damn, they just love him. Oh man, every time he go around his cousins, damn, like, man, damn, baby, damn, daddy got cousins everywhere. So that means that the characteristics about him is solid. You dig what I'm saying? All that makes the transition with him into the game. You dig what I'm saying? And same thing with her. If she, got some cool little ways, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily have to be a daddy's girl, or probably probably like that. You know what I'm saying? Just was just raised right. Moms know her. I mean, moms raised her right. Auntie, because every female that's raised by moms and aunties and grannies, not all of them are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But usually the ones that come out pretty cool usually have some type of male influences in their life. So let's just take baby like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's cool. You know what I'm saying? Got a little smarts about her, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's about her, that's going to make the transition with it. And sometimes beauty doesn't plays a part with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the beauty may not even be there like that, but the drive is there. And sometimes just the coolness, the get along that she got with her is there. And man, you'd be surprised at how a lot of these tricks, a lot of them, that's what the bitch really get. You know what I'm saying? I done had a couple of bitches, my nigga. They wasn't the finest. They didn't have the best bodies. They didn't have Denise hips. They didn't have the pretty light skin shit. You know what I'm saying? There was no average size, whatever, cool, whatever. But it was just her characteristics about herself. How she was so cool, you know what I'm saying? Cool and calm, but also in command at the same time. Yeah, let me throw that part up in there too. You know what I'm saying? All that made the characteristics about her, the coolness, the calmness, but also know how to, you know what I'm saying, to hold some command a little bit. All that, the understanding of that, all made the transition with her. Now, the complete understanding, or should I say, a better understanding of that probably came later on down the line after she got up under some ism who really know how to bring it up out of her like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you're going through that transitional part, your first person in the game, it's a lot of shit that we have to leave behind that we're going to make through. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that's going to make the transition with us. You dig what I'm saying? So, and that's like I said, that goes for both sides, male and female. You know what I'm saying? And then also, like I say, just the whole, just to speak on behalf of the transition period across the world, across the whole board, um, from from a bad situation to a good situation. Man, know who's on your side, know who got your back, know who understand, who say, okay, you know what, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, you know what, girl, I used to hang out with you like this, but I understand that, you doing something a little bit better in your life. I'm gonna make, okay, I respect that. You see what I'm saying? I respect that. And that I'm telling you, man, that'll last so much longer. It'll be so much better. Even with, like I said, the transition from the old way to new way, everything around us, man, from the weather to the politics to the music to the streets to the to even to the code. Like I say, man, the snitching thing, snitching on dead niggas nowadays, like all this shit is a transitional time that we're going through right now. Like I say, man, we're living in history right now. Yeah, we're living in history right now. I don't know what they're gonna do about the history books 20, 30 years from now. They'll have to rewrite some shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we are definitely living in times that has never been lived in before. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, and it just seemed like, man, like I said, man, like I told somebody, it just seemed like when we went through the lockdown in 2020, it just seemed like a reset button was pushed. The beauty's in her duty. You stupid. But for real though, yeah, for real, you right. It just seemed like, man, like it's just been a big old reset that has just been pushed. Like everything is starting to be. We have a lot of new normals that's going on, a lot of unfamiliar shit that just as society, just as a civilization that we're going through, definitely as a country. Like, oh, as a matter of fact, man. Matter of fact, let me just say this right quick, man. Let me just send out a little love and condolences to those down there in Florida, in Jacksonville, the family that got killed. You know what I'm saying, with the shooting with that inside the store. You know what I'm saying. Much love, much condolences to y'all loved ones, whatever, whatnot. And even with that, man, let me just throw that into the pot too. Transitional times, like, man. First, it used to be the presidents used to be the ones that used to get taken out. Now, man, you can't even go to the grocery store and without getting shot. And I don't give a fuck what color you is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, it's being spoken on as racial motivated. And then you got this other fool. I ain't gonna say his name, but you got a few other motherfuckers who saying they want to blame it on mental health. I don't give a fuck what it is, man. Mental health or racist motivated. It really doesn't matter. The fact is that, man, the nerve of a motherfucker to walk inside of a grocery store and shoot anybody and then turn around and shoot yourself. Like, I don't understand that shit, but that's part of the transitional times that we're going through now. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, it used to be a time where a motherfucker would just off they self. They know suicide notes, all that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's still motherfuckers that's doing it because, I done seen some shit pop up on like on Facebook where motherfuckers did some way out shit and then they'll turn around and do they self, all that other shit. But that just goes to shows you that the transitional times that we're in, all the violence, everything that we're going through, like, you know what I'm saying? And and like I say, man, and this speaks for all race, man, like across the whole country. You have shit like that going on in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? And let's not forget the people up in Buffalo. I don't even want to talk about the police activity because, I mean, even with that, man, like that ain't really no transitional time. That's been going on since the beginning of time. So we're not even speaking up on far as like as police brutality goes. That, I mean, all of us know somebody who's been attacked or a victim of that, or know somebody who knows somebody, so it's still close enough. But I'm just speaking up on civilians against civilians. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have the shit that jumped off down there in Alabama. You know that was racial motivated. You know, it's like, man, sometimes I just feel like, man, damn, is the country? Are we on the brink of another civil war? Cause god damn, it seemed like it's this against that and that against. It's just like we always all against each other. But once again, like I say, man, the transitional times that we're going through, always to the new ways. You know what I'm saying? The global, thank you, Jizzle. The global reset, like everything seems to be reset. Like we having all this strange weather everywhere and all this other shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? You have like I say, man, the our ex president, the shit that he's going through, the current president, the shit that we going through with his motherfucking son being, I mean, he ain't even in the closet dope fiend either. Like he like in front of the camera with it, and then I know dude going through like some other shit where he put like they got some court cases or something against him. You got the boy Robin Giuliani who he going through the motherfucking RICO Act, and he was the one who decided to utilize the RICO Act. Like that's man, like I said, I don't know. Hey man, I don't know if you want to call that karma, or if you just want to call that uh yeah, karma. You know what I'm saying? Because that's crazy right there. Like I had to think about that shit. I said, damn man, that's fucked up. This nigga, the motherfucker who brought the RICO Act out, is now getting hit with a RICO Act. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, man, even like I said before, chickens coming home to roost. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the chickens coming home to roost. The foxes is coming out the holes. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just a serious, not just physical, but also spiritual, man. We're we're going through a spiritual transition. A lot of us is going through a physical transition, definitely mental. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us going through a lot of mental transition. And my whole point, like I say, man, my whole thing in the transition with this message is just recognize the transition that you're going through, understand the transition that you're going through, realize what it is and the good that can come out your transition. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to keep it focused on the transitions into the good, because the transition into the bad, I mean, you could really just look around you and y'all could just see that. And that's in the game, out the game, in society, in politics, like in music, like everything around us is making a slide for the worse. You see what I'm saying? And I know even with like some of us, even personal, some of us might be going through a bad transition right now. Well, I don't want some in my water. Mm. My bad. Yeah, this live is brought to you by this game. Uh, whatever water you desire, and a new sponsorship, lemonade. Yeah, the cool refreshing drink, lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the cool refreshing drink, lemonade. So, loved ones, recognize the transition that we're going through, the times that we're going through, and if you're going through a transition right now in your life, and you know you may be moving from one city to the next, you may be in a new relationship, you may have a new job, um, you may fall into some new money. You know what I'm saying? If you some pimping, you may got you a new hoe. You know what I'm saying? If you know some of the bad ways and some of the bad things and some of the bad people that you know that's not really for you, and everything that you know that hindered you in your previous situation, don't make that don't bring it with you. In other words, all the bad baggage, leave it. If you're going through a transition where you going to the next level, where you're unlocking new levels of game in your mind, you're unlocking new levels of game in life, you're unlocking new game of information and everything. Make that transition with everything with your characteristics within you that got you to where you at right now. If you're a solid motherfucker, stay solid. Yeah, we can't, like Jay Mill said, man, we can't follow the trend. Like you can't follow the trend. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the problems that's going on with us as a society, man. That motherfuckers is just following the trend. If it's cool to go inside places and just shoot up a bunch of innocent people, then shoot myself. Since I'm so fucked up at myself, since I hate my life so bad, since I'm so mad because my wife, she left me, or whatever the case gonna be that got me going to go do this shit. Well, I don't feel no condemnation about it now, because why? That person did it. That person did it. That person did it. They did it. He did it. She did it. So fuck it. I'm finna go do it too. Just like real simple. You dig what I'm saying? So when you're going through a transition, like if you're going through a transition, like I say, man, you're going from a bad situation to a better situation. You're going from worse to good. Then everything that the person that you are, the one that your loved ones love. If you got kids, the dad, you know what I'm saying? Because even with kids, man, like kids just know dad, kids just know mom. Like they don't know, like my kids don't pay attention to Sepulveda the Prince. My kids don't pay attention to Luciano the Don. They just know dad. And the same thing that I tell them with their mom. Like, I don't expect for y'all to see your mom the way I see your mom. Because to y'all, that's mom. And in a lot of cases, mom can do no wrong. Shit, even when you know mom is doing wrong, guess what? Mom can do no wrong. You see what I'm saying? So so even like I said, so if you got kids, if you don't got kids, if you know you got nieces, nephews, relationship, whatever you're going through, man. If you're going through a a transitional period in your lifetime where you're going from bad to good, understand the transition, embrace the transition, and make the best situation come out the best as you can through the transition. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through a transitional hard time in your life right now where shit ain't really right, money ain't really right. If you in a gang, you know what I'm saying? Your hoe ain't acting right. Your hoes ain't acting right. You homeless and dolus. You homeless and dolus and homeless. Whatever the case gonna be, man. Always keep self perseverance and stay solid within yourself. And like I used to always say, man, repeat step one. The game that got you to where you at now, reuse that. And then once you understand how to reuse that, the game will open up some more for you to go into the next level. So a lot of times that's a lot of problem with a lot of us in the game like that. We don't know how to get to that next level. Like we stop at say bitch, hey bitch, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, flashy and classy and all that old shit, you know what I'm saying? And the activity of, you know what I'm saying, sending the bitch, not bending the bitch, breaking the hole, you know what I'm saying, charging the bitch, you know what I'm saying, and all that old shit, you know what I'm saying, pimp circles and player gatherings and everything like that. Sometimes, you know, and I mean that's a part of the game in totality and complete. Um, but the understanding of what game is and how to apply the game across all lifestyles, man, you have to make a transition from what you start off as in chapter one in the beginning up into where you at now. Because long as you live in the game, gonna keep giving. You know, let me say that again. Long as you keep living, the game gonna keep giving. If you oblige by it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got some, you know, they start off on a good run and shit come to an end, and man, it's just so much hatred for the game, and it's just so much like, you know, dislike for the game on both sides, man. I done heard niggas and bitches just like, you know what I'm saying, like, no, fuck the game and this and that, you know what I'm saying, because they ran into them flat tires and they didn't know how to change them tires and keep going and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna just happen in life in general. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have ups and downs, gains and losses, and obstacles and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of life, and that's just a part of the transition. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, transition from the old way to the new way. Is it better or worse? You dig what I'm saying? Okay, well, the answer to that, which really a rhetorical question, but the answer to that is it's both, man. There is no right answer. It's both. Some of the transitions that we're going through within times right now is better for us. But it's also a lot of shit that we're going through transitional times right now that's worse. And it's getting worse. So, you know, I want to keep y'all too long, you know what I'm saying? I just want to just, you know, get that out there and just, and really understand, you know, the transition that we're going through, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like going through a little transition time in my life right now. Like I said, I had an aunt that just passed away. She really was just kind of like the leader of my family out here on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So I got like, man, I got one auntie left. All my grandmother's sisters then passed, and then I got a grandson, man, who just turned 3. So I'm right here in the transitional part of my life where I'm losing my ancestors, but I'm also on the verge of becoming an ancestor. Cause like I told my oldest daughter, I said, you gotta realize that every year he get older, it's a year I get closer to the end. I'm his grandfather. I'm not his dad. I'm not his uncle. I'm not his big brother. I'm his grandfather. So yeah, I need to really be around. I need to really stick and watch him go through his transitional time, his first 5 years, then his next 5 years to his 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I mean, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, my daughter, baby father, you know, he you know, bless his heart. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna do like that. But you know, he just got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was raised different. I'm gonna just say that he was raised different, and my daughter was raised different from a lot of the females that he dealt and deal with. So that's a difference, you know what I'm saying? No, my daughter, you know what I'm saying, she come from up under this tutelage. And like I say, they always seen dad. You know what I'm saying? They don't see no matter what I'm doing, no matter how I'm acting, how I'm tripping, if I'm not tripping, all they see is dad. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how our kids is. Thank you, Denise. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Snazzy. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, um, and like I said, man, I got one auntie that's left, man, and that's my heart right there too. I love her, man. Pretty much ones that raised all of us, and even with her, she's going through a transitional time now. You know what I'm saying? Because like, damn, all her sisters is gone, all her brothers is gone, her mother gone, her father gone. Like we I went through the transition with her through all of that, man. I remember when my aunt went to Alabama and she Creole. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, she little light bright, long hair, half pint. You know what I'm saying? 60 some years old, man. Pull up on your ass, bumping Ice Cube, NWA, like you know what I'm saying? West Side Connections, man. DJ Quick. like auntie with the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll pull up like that, and she the only, and you know what I'm saying, and she the last one left. But then like all of the nieces and nephews, like I'm top dog when it comes to our nephews. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like have a bond with each other where it's like, damn, man, like you know, she knows she reality is really setting in on her. Like, damn, I'm the only one left. Yeah. You the only one left. Yeah. That whole tier of our family is gone. You know what I'm saying? Got a few cousins on her side that come from my grandmother's sisters. They kids, you know, it's a few of them left. A few. So, and so I was just basically telling, my kids, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a transitional time that we're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, Papa just turned 3. My oldest one finna turn 23. You know what I'm saying? She just graduated from medical school. So she's going through a transitional period. You know what I'm saying? Through her time, I had to give her the guidance and teach her how to apply the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going through a time right now in your life as technically you're a single mother. You know what I'm saying? And even though, you know, you talk to your baby daddy and y'all cool, but he still got his ways. He's still. I'm gonna just leave it at that. He still got his ways. You know what I'm saying? And some of his ways, just as a father and just as a man, I don't agree with. But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? That's really not my job for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be on my daughter. You know what I'm saying? With um my grandson, because even with my kids, they grandfather just passed like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. So they mom's dad passed. So they mom's mom, the grandmother on their mother's side is gone. The grandmother on their father's side is gone. The granddaddy on the only grand, cause my father been gone. So my father passed away before my kids was even born. So that don't even count. But the only grandfather that they knew, he gone. And then now the closest thing to a grandmother that they dad knew, now she gone. So man, these are the times, transitional times. You know what I'm saying? It's like um a caterpillar going into the cocoon to become that butterfly. It has to go in. It has to get away from the outside world. It has to kind of like get in tune with they self. You dig what I'm saying? And that's one of the best ways. Yeah, let me just say that. That's just really the best ways, man, to really understand the transition that you're going through is to get in tune with yourself, get in tune with your soul, get in tune with your inner thoughts. Now, don't get stuck in your own head, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause some, you know what I'm saying, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, you know what I'm saying? Just get in touch with your spirit. You dig what I'm saying? And like I say, and brother, some people they meditate, some people listen to music. You know what I'm saying? I would say really be careful with when it comes to the music. Now, if you listen to like some jazz or some cool or something that's not too rambunctious or something that's not too, you know what I'm saying, murder, kill, something that's that can soothe the soul and tame the beast. I say do that. You know what I'm saying? If you got a spiritual guide, you got a spiritual leader, you know what I'm saying, a pastor, whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a part of no denomination, if you just have a connection with the Most High, whatever it is, even if whatever the fuck you do, Buddha, whatever it is, but whatever it is, man, to get a better understanding about what's going on around us and the transition internally and personally, I suggest that you reach out to that, man. Like for real, you know what I'm saying? If you got loved ones, reach out to your loved ones. If they're your true loved ones and you really want to see them go through their transition and you know what I'm saying, you want to and you see them going through a certain situation in life where they making the transition from one lane to the next lane, man, call them and let them know that you love them, man. Call them and let them know that, hey man, I see you. And you know what? And you deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I see you go through this. I remember you was over here. Woo, woo, woo. Now I see you doing this. I see you doing that. You know what? You deserve that. Sometimes, man, you be surprised on how just a little phone call or and I say phone call, man, like not no text, like no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool to text, hey, what's up, what's up? But sometimes, man, you gotta really reach out to your loved ones, man, which is even with that, man, communication. That's another transitional way we're going through from the old way to the new way, man. You dig what I'm saying? It's like everything is digital now. Everything is like it's like, social media wise, you know what I'm saying? You can camera talk, you can phone call, you know what I'm saying, texting. And sometimes, man, it's just good for your loved ones to hear your voice. You know what I'm saying? It's just good to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you'd be surprised, you know what I'm saying? So if you got some loved ones out there, wherever they at, and you know they're going through a transitional period in their life, man, reach out to them. Pimping. If you got a partner and you see you going through a transitional part in his life and you got some game for him, man, and you know you can like really give him a little bit of guidance, or even not that, man. Even if you know, sometimes you just need a pee partner just to talk to, man. Sometimes pimping got to just vent, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, man, it just listen. Sometimes it's not a situation or a conversation to be opinion to have your opinion in it. Sometimes it's good to just sit back and just listen, man. I got a few people partners like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a chance to talk to them a lot, but when we do talk, man, we be on the phone for hours. Or I may pull up somewhere and see him somewhere like, hey, oh, what's up, P? Nigga, what you doing up over here, boo? Man, we get to talking for hours. You know what I'm saying? So, your loved ones, your friends, you know what I'm saying, your true friends, your real friends, you know what I'm saying? Now, this ain't for a motherfucker that you know that despise you. This ain't for a motherfucker that you know that's gonna hate you. This ain't for the motherfucker that you know that's gonna do you bad and talk crazy to you. No, this ain't that. No, this ain't for that. This is for the ones who you know that stand by your side, the ones who you know that got true love for you, like J Mill in the chat. Man, man, that's my little, and it's kind of crazy. But let me just say this about J Mill. That's my little one, right? And it's a little different with bro because that's my little brother. But that's also the homie from the hood. But that's also probably my number one P partner. And even though, are doing our transition to the game, we came at different times, whatever, saying he went this way, he went this way. There's nobody he can talk to when it comes to this game like he can talk to me. There's nobody I can talk to like I talk to him when it comes to this game. Even when my partner Simple was here, because I know J Mill a little bit tougher. And same thing, like even with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's some things, like Simple had told me some personal things. But I'm pretty sure Freeze and Dre know more personal. Same thing with J Mill. You know what I'm saying? And we done seen each other go through hell. You know what I'm saying? Ups, down, games lost. We done stayed with each other. He done stayed with me. We done stayed with Auntie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having no cars, the car being homeless, having no hoes, having 5 hoes, 6, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shootouts, getting chased, chase niggas, shoot out on freeway. Like, we done been through a lot, man. Girlfriends, ex-girlfriends, making the transition into the game. Well, the game is in us forever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not just saying shit just to be saying shit because I'm having a lot, man. There's somebody in this motherfucker who can really contest to what I'm saying. And there's a few other people that done slid through in and out too, you know what I'm saying, that can vouch for what I'm saying. When I say, man, sometimes you gotta just reach out to your loved ones and show them that you care, that, hey man, I ain't talked to you, man, about just checking up on you. Man, that goes a long ways. You dig what I'm saying? And for the personal, and if you're going through a situation, you're going through a transitional point right now where you things is looking good for you on the horizon, but you stuck and you fucking with somebody who you know, like man, that you're ashamed of, not really ashamed of, but you already know this ain't a good fit for you to where you going. It served its purpose. He served his purpose. She served her purpose. This is cool, but where my thoughts is and where my mind is, and the new galactic star that my mind is trying to get to, and the things that I got in front of me, I don't think this person really gonna be a good Okay, man, you already know what to do. You need to get rid of that. Man, listen to the motherfucking game when it's telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, man, when you don't, one thing about this game, man, when you don't listen to this game, it will spank your ass. Yeah, and if you recognize that, you know that you will sit back and say, damn, man, I should have listened to the game, man. Damn, I should have listened to the game, man. For real, though, man. But, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, Robert Brown, good looking out for the cash app, bro. Okay, cool. Yeah, but yeah, man. But yeah, real talk to loved ones, like some real talk. If you life is too short, make the best of it. Yeah, for sure, short skirt. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? And look, man, I know we all make bad decisions here and there. We all make not good choices. We're all gonna have somebody in our life that's, um, not good for us. Some say toxic or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's not good. And I understand, like, you never really know a person out the gate when you first meet them. It takes time. So that's why I say once you go through is really multiple transitions within the transition. Like I say, you got the boy meets girl, you got the we just talking to, that's my friend, to, this is my man, this is my lady. All that takes time. But if you know you dealing with or like I say, you can go from one situation where at one job where you can make the transition and get a better job, but it's going to take a little bit more sacrifice. It's going to take a little bit more gas. It's going to take a little bit less spending. You ain't going to be able to go out every Saturday night now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get up 2 hours earlier, but it's a part of the transition which comes with the sacrifice, which equals success, man. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? And if you in a situation like that, whatever it is that you have to leave behind you, that you know that's not gonna be good for you, that's not gonna be that's not looking for the better good of you, while you going through your transition, loved ones, friends, family, whatever the case gonna be, man, let that shit go. Man, fuck that, man. Let that shit go. You dig what I'm saying? Good looking out, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah, man. No, I don't want to keep y'all long. Since it's already been like an hour to change. I just want to just get this message out there and just, because it's been so much going on, man, like with the music, with the streets, politics, like, open up, like we say, man, the seventh eye, the sanctified eye. In other words, the game eye, and see what's going on around you. And you'll see, man. We're going through a transitional period right now. Even look, man, before I go, even look, man, even God damn, thank you, gang. Even the situation with Lil Boosie and his daughter. Like the transitional that be going on, a lot of the kids that they don't have respect for the parents, whether if they got the money or not. The respect ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And to each his own, but that's just ugly, man. That's just not a good look for it. Here it is, your daughter, 16 years old, all on because this the times that we're in on social media, airing out your business like that, and then being disrespectful with it like that. Now I got little Boosie looking like a bad parent, got little Boosie looking like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Because you now you acting a fool because everything has to be filmed and recorded nowadays. The transitional times that we're going in, where the fuck is the privacy at? Like, do they even exist anymore? Like, god damn, can I have some privacy? Can I have a private conversation with my daughter and let's get this father and daughter situation fixed? Damn, bitch, without millions of people having an opinion on how I should be a father to my daughter? Like, god damn. The transition times that we're going through. Everything is on display. Everything is in front of the camera. Like, this is the times that we're going to, like, there's no more privacy, man. But I keep mine locked and sealed. It's just certain things I just refuse to. But that comes with, like I say, man, if those who haven't checked it out, please go check out that Money versus Respect live that I did. I don't say too much about these lives, man, but god damn it, that's some powerful shit in that one right there because it's the truth. And that's the beautiful thing about the truth. That man, it don't give a fuck what you're going through. The truth don't give a fuck how you feel. You know what I'm saying? The truth gonna be there beginning, during, and the end of the transition. Because the truth don't change. You know what I'm saying? And basically, like I say, man, I need to do a part 2 to that. Money versus respect. You know what I'm saying? Here you have a celebrity with enough money to take care of anything. But you have a disrespectful daughter who just feel and have no condemnation about disrespecting you, calling you bitches, calling you fags and all kind of shit. Come on, cuz. Are you serious? Like, are you serious? Like, in your little mind, and whoever you around, they okay in this shit for you to act out like that. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish the fuck I would. But that goes with, like I say, man, the transitional times that we're in. Old way and new way. Old way, never. Never. That never would have happened, man. I don't even want to go back into the days where you didn't have to worry about your mama or your daddy whooping your ass. Nigga, if the neighbor saw you doing shit, the neighbor spanked your ass. So we ain't gonna even go back that far. We gonna keep it, you know what I'm saying, somewhat, you know what I'm saying, in the more recent. But just, where's the respect, bro? Man, where's the respect? Even the shit, man, let's take it back. Let's turn back a few pages. Even the shit with Lil Romeo and Master P, that shit. It's like, damn, man, like, where's the respect? You dig what I'm saying? Like, where's the respect? You know, and everything that's just been going on, like I say, man, the transitional times that we're going through. You know what I'm saying? This really is kind of like a continuation to that one in a way, because it's just showing that as you go through transitional times with the world around us, man, give a fuck how much money you got. Either the respect gonna be there or the respect not gonna be there. Don't give a fuck how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, open up that seventh eye, the sanctified eye, the game eye, and see what's going on around you, and realize the transitional times that we're going through. And if you going through a transitional time in your life, and you making a transitional time from bad to good, or if you're going through a transitional times where it was all good, but it has slipped back into bad, hold your characteristics. Stay solid. Stay true. Stay in prayer. Stay focused. Stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Repeat step one. The same thing that got you there before, you might have to repeat that step one to do it again. Sometimes you have to repeat step one so the game can understand that you understand what you did. That you it wasn't no one hitter quitter. It wasn't no lucky lottery scratch winner type shit. Like, no, you really got the game. You really got the skill to repeat step one to get back to where you was going. And if you had to repeat step one and you was by yourself when you had to repeat step one, or even when you did step one the first time, and once you got to where you was going, you made that transition and you was off to the better things, man. If it wasn't no support that was there before you went through the transition, definitely going through the transition, because that's really the most critical part as you going through the transition, because that be the mind altering decisions that can, you know what I'm saying, that can be the shit that can make you and break you. And if your loved ones ain't there, whether if it's a significant other, a family member, a friend, whatever the fuck it is, coworker, whatever, if the support wasn't there, and once you make that transition and you look back and you can say, damn, I did that. Oh man, it was cold. After you think the most high, you let the motherfuckers go, man. Yeah. You get them out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because that means that the game got new and better for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just like in the words of Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, the circle got smaller, everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the circle gonna get smaller and everybody ain't gonna be able to go. You understand? So um and even on the other end of that though, saying the words of Pete, you know what I'm saying? The ing with it. I'm not going for the sucker shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So some ain't gonna be able to go, and I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? And like that nigga Sauce Walker said, he said that everybody can't go. Everybody ain't gonna go. Everybody not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna go, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate y'all coming out, man. I'm not to hold y'all a little bit. Trying to keep these lives up under 2 hours a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to just, you know what I'm saying, put some material out there, put a message out there and all that. Somebody knows, and y'all go back and check out, man, the story time with Sepulveda too, man, about the El Cajon Boulevard shit, man. That's a cool little story, man. I'm gonna come with some more stories too. Of course, I got Long Beach Boulevard stories, man. I got Fig stories. I got Bakersfield stories, Fresno. I don't even want to talk about, man, Sepulveda, Lancashire. man, I got stories, man. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all just stick around. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Like I say, man, I'm really gonna try to stay a little bit more consistent with this thing, man, cause this should be kind of fun, man. I ain't gonna even front. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be thinking like, man, I ain't tripping, man. Oh, what I'm gonna talk about or this, but now, man, I just let the game come to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whatever it is. So, you know what I'm saying? One week it may be a story, next week it may be a message. One week it may be about, you know what I'm saying, current events, topics that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, whatever we do, we're gonna season it with this game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I do, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I always tell my loved ones, especially my partners that's in the game, like I tell them, I say, man, speaking up on the game is really the easy part. I was like, I say, but I be have to try to interpret the message so they can understand it for those who's not in the game. So, I'm working at it. I'm getting better with it. You know what I'm saying? And try to give y'all some enlightenment, some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And not just really just get on this motherfucker and just talk about really nothing and just do a whole lot of gossiping, man. Y'all know the school I come from. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm a student of the Andre Taylor University. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I come from the Simple Channel. So it's just a certain way. Y'all know I learned from Freeze. Y'all know it's just a certain way that we just gonna do things this way. This ain't the manosphere. This ain't the conscious community. This ain't we ain't into the reporting or entertainment. We ain't none of that shit, man. We the game over here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, this live has been brought to you by this game. Whatever water you desire, you dig, and lemonade. That is the new one, lemonade. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to tap in with y'all like next week. Uh, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere up in there. Like I said, I was gonna tap in tomorrow, but I know I already know that I'm gonna be next few days about to be real busy for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't get a chance to tap in next Wednesday, then definitely Thursday, somewhere like that. Usually I try to go between 6 to 7 West Coast time, so don't be too late on the East Coast time and the Midwest or whatever not. You know what I'm saying? And but once man, once they cool down a little bit, then I am gonna start going live earlier out here on the West, more like the 4s and the 5s, so it can be like more like the 7s and the 8s out there on the East, so it won't be too late. But man, by the you know what I'm saying, the sun be out and shit like that. And I like doing like finding my little places and my little spots to do my live because man, wherever I seem like whenever I go live from the pad or inside the crib or here, like I got motherfuckers interrupting me, motherfuckers distracting me, motherfuckers walking in front of the camera and shit like, man, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like to get in my zone, open my mouth, let the game come out, and get in tune with my loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So to next week, man, first of all, stay sucker free. It's a must and not a choice. You know what I'm saying? If you're a follower of the Most High, put the Most High first, God and game over everything. Pay attention to what's going on, you two people. Understand your transition if you're going through a transition. If you just recently went through a transition, you know what I'm saying? Be happy and continue to go into the next transition. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you keep living, the game gonna keep giving. You know what I'm saying? So until next time, to next week, same game channel, same game time. I tap in with y'all and let's make this exit like how we know how.
Another thing, man. Like I said, I told you, this message ain't supposed to print just got up in here.
Say.
I told him, P.
Oh man, what we doing with that? Hey man, when you about this game, oh yeah, we never run out. It's some more of it. Always. Hey, who's this featuring right here, man? Well, sub with his own. Hey, like we always do about this time. Just season it with a little game, man. Nothing much. Just let it marinate to some more of it. You dig? Cool. You cool with that? Yeah. Come on. Some like get hot when they rolled it down Sepulveda Boulevard. She used to be scared of the dick. Now she got game to break tricks. Having at it like a real bitch. 10 toes down concrete with it. In some high heels, bitch. And love the socket to the pimpin' bitch. That's the type of lady I like. Want folks in the life. Gotta like satellite. Ventura to the 118. On Sepulveda, set a bitch down. Nigga pick any corner. Hoes sketching dates across the street from the firehouse. The miniature golf course pippin'. Better hide out or slide out to the other side of victory. Cautious with the campaign activity. On feet, we act the fool in the valley. Better be heaven. The hope better be good. Spotting vice on blaze. Suppose vision track that'll show test that. 1 minute getting money, next thing she arrested, Jack. And that can be your major setback. No action with the bill. Force if you get back. Better get that game about yourself to maneuver through that. Instructions, in case she gotta use them for that. Keep your boat out of trouble and continue to try. If she gotta sit a few days, baby, cool with that. She know her folks got her back, hold her down, true facts. If the game lays right, she gon' make it through that. First everything, cream scene, we all transition. Genesis 1:1 in the beginning. Oh!
We're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. You know what I mean? In the beginning. Oh, but I got this one question. In the beginning. See, okay, I want to know how you do in the beginning. I was wondering, should I go in the beginning? Now that I think about it, I wanted to ask you in the beginning. I'm going to answer any questions that is pertaining to the basics, but anything, you understand me, beyond the basics, no. In the beginning.
All right, man. I'll tap in with y'all next week, man. Holla at y'all, love. And in the words of my partner, Simple, man, our partner, man. Hope you live as long as you want and don't want as long as you live, man. Till next time. Gone.